looking at the rest of the competition, it seems like they have picked up the pace a bit since coming home from Shanghai, so this will be interesting.
China have come through Colombia, France and Germany, some strong nations there. But Korea, are they back in the box seat?
9, 8.
Interesting start. Lim 9, Nam 8.
There's a bit of a difference in the averages of both teams getting into this gold medal match. If you look at the team from Korea, the average set score that they were shooting is 56.5 compared to only 55 for the Chinese team. So there's a bit of a difference there, but in a gold medal match like this, anything can happen.
Oh. 2014 Youth Olympic Games individual and team gold medalist Lee Jie-man getting China off to a fantastic start.
And this match, I think, is going to be different for well, multiple reasons than the last time we saw these two teams compete against each other in Shanghai just a month or so ago. Obviously, it was going to be an unknown in Shanghai. We didn't know much about the Korean team yet because that was their first international outing. But this Chinese team has already beaten the Korean team, so this is not the first time they shoot against them, and they know they can beat them.
9, 2.
It's these early stages of the match that are very, very important, especially in a team match, to figure out the venue, to communicate with your teammates if there's anything going on. It seems as though right now there's not much of a like a wind or anything like that they have to keep into account, but it's still important that you communicate with your teammates. It might be that there's a difference in like slight difference in distance between this and the practice field. Of course, there's margins always when you're measuring something out. So all those things combined, you need to be open and communicative with your teammates.
This venue was the venue used by the Korean team for their national trials, where these 3 Korean archers qualified for the Olympic team. Needed that.
Yeah, and that means that China could potentially even get 2 set points depending on that arrow call. She has shot internationally, it's just quite a long time ago.
Well, set points shared in the first set. We start the second, and Lim right into the middle, and just listen to that crowd. Well, if you haven't been with us so far this weekend, 1, where have you been? And 2, the crowd here in the home of Korean archery are absolutely right behind the team.
Yeah, and it's twofold, right? Because it's not only the home of Korean archery, but Korea is considered to be one of the greatest nations in archery, and it is one of their national sports. So they're always going to be excited to see a world-class event being held in their country.
Great start to the second set for Korea.
8, 8.
没问题，深呼吸，自己比自己，自信。继续走，坐。好的。
Interesting as well, where we typically see coaches in the coaches box be quite relaxed and calm, and this Chinese coach almost seems like a hype man rather than a coach. He's really putting a lot of energy into the team by shouting, and that might be a cultural thing, but it might also just be a bit of a tactic.
Very methodical, the Chinese team, just having a little discussion after their first rotation.
9, 2.
Promising arrow from Lim Yecheon.
It's not like it's very good grouping, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the extremely tight grouping that we've sometimes seen from the Korean team before. They might still be growing into this match, but
9, 2.
Well, a gettable target for China.
动作，自信。
Lee Jiman starting with a 10.
yeah, there was a bit of a hesitation there, right towards the end of her shot routine.
And Kujan finishing things off in the 10.
The second time she finishes a set with a 10.
And
Unless
they
there's
do
something-
look quite relaxed. Start of the third set, 2-2, Korea versus China. Weight of the world on the Korean women's team here. Just remember, they've won the last 9 Olympic titles as a team. But this is a brand new lineup for Korea.
9,
Yeah, and again, it's not that they're shooting badly. The last 7 arrows have all hit the gold, but actually they've only had 1 8 so far, and the rest has hit the gold. They're just not really shooting many 10s. They've only had 2 10s so far.
10.
Make that 3.
They look relaxed. They look like they're communicating with each other.
I really like her technique. It's really clean and like all the lines are really good. Yeah, really enjoyable to see.
7.
Yeah, she knew that was going to happen, and she acknowledges it. And I think that's, I say this all the time, but I think that's the most important at a moment like this. You're always going to have a bad shot every once in a while. And if you dwell on it, if you think, oh no, I messed it up, that's not going to aid you. So acknowledging it and telling your teammates, okay, that was me, don't worry, there's no wind. Let's just fix this and get on with it. I think that's the best way to go around.
Yeah, absolutely, totally agree, but it's now the reaction from Korea. Yecheon putting it into the 10, and it's followed up with another 10. This is Korea's set for sure. 9. And put clear air between these two Asian rivals.
8.
Opening the door just a little bit there. So that gives China the opportunity to, well, they will have to shoot a perfect second rotation here.
What if they do?
Yeah, well.
It'll be huge.
9.
Well, it would have been huge, but now the set has evaded the Chinese team. That's a great fillip for Korea, despite the 8 at the end for them.
10. 2.
The good recovery there.
Quiet in the background, not saying too much, leaving them to it.
Yeah, I think it's well, I think it's very deliberate. It's not that he doesn't know what to do. I think it's just that he's deliberately not saying anything so that the team can potentially have themselves.
Great start. Fourth set, a must win for China. Li Jiaman into the 10. Opportunity to put some pressure on here.
9.
28 is not bad, but Korea seems to have grown into this match over the last 3 sets, steadily increasing their set scores. And you would have to imagine that they're used to shooting on this field and they feel comfortable shooting at this field because this is where they made the team.
Just outside for Nam Soo-hyun.
Yeah, same went for Xu in the Chinese team. So far they're matching arrow for arrow.
8.
Mini advantage China. So important, these 3 arrows now for the Chinese team to stay in this. All going a little high, China.
Yeah, and they're going to have a lot of reasons, but you sometimes see that if a match gets exciting, you get a little bit of that, adrenaline kick, which makes your shots just a little bit stronger. But that's purely speculating. It might just be something else.
Bit of a tailwind, perhaps, for the Archers, but you can see the big building behind them. So perhaps if there is that tailwind, it's only picking up the arrow a little bit further down the range. 70 meters, of course, they're shooting at, but another 28 for China. That is a bit of pressure on Korea.
Yeah, they will need to shoot a 29 or 30 to win this match.
8,
So we're gonna get a shoot off, is what I'm seeing right now.
Surely the Koreans are not cracking under the pressure. Wow, another 8, both in the same place as well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's some wind picking up or it doesn't seem like it, just going by what we're seeing in the background.
Got a little bit of excitement on the Chinese team as well. Wow. Taste the pressure there.
Yeah, and it's not a bad arrow, but it's also just a 9, so definitely some room for improvement here.
Lee Jiman for China. What an arrow that is.
That is basically the perfect shoot-off arrow. So even if Korea manages to tie the score, they will have to shoot a very, very good 10.
Nam clips the line. But this is in China's hands. Confident look there on the face of Yecheon. Needed it.
Yeah, so basically if China shoots a 10 here, it doesn't matter what kind of 10, they will win the match. If they shoot a 9, Korea will win the match.
And Yecheon has an opportunity to do back-to-back wins for China against Korea. Oh, this is a huge result for China. They beat them in Shanghai and they've beaten Korea here on home soil. It's an enormous win for the Chinese.